Let us welcome the next speaker. The eighth speaker is Ms. Yuka Ogata from Doshisha University. She will deliver her speech under the title of Communication Can Change Children's Communication. Ms. Ogata, please come up to the stage and shout for a new word.
Ceremonies, honorable judges, and questionnaire. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I'd like to introduce a friend of mine to you. She looks like an ordinary student, but actually, she's constantly struggling with one problem. Due to this problem, she often has trouble with her friends, including me, and gets sadness in her heart. She can't tell her honest feeling in words to her friends, and they can't understand her. One day, she cried and said, "I hate myself. I want to communicate with others fluently." Yes, her problem is her lack of communication ability. Actually, her problem is not an isolated case anymore. Today, I would like to talk about children's communication ability. Through my speech, I want you to realize the importance of communication ability and take action for your future children, particularly elementary, junior high, and high school students. In my speech, communication means that you think deeply about what you want to say and express your thoughts in a face-to-face situation. Additionally, you can understand and accept the thoughts of others. Nowadays, both adults and children themselves are feeling the decline of children's communication ability. In the web questionnaire of Manabinova, 90% of respondents who are adults in their 30s to 40s answered that children's communication skills have decreased. What's more, according to the survey conducted by the Ministry of Education, many students have a lot of worry about relationships with their friends because of lack of communication skills. The government feels uneasy about this present situation and has established a council to discuss how to improve children's communication ability. Knowing this fact, I realized that this present situation was much worse than I thought. It is becoming a problem that is shaking the whole of Japan. The lack of communication ability leads children to have some difficulties, like my friend did. For example, children may suffer from bullying in school. When children's communication ability is lower, it is hard for them to understand others, and they often have a pessimistic image toward others. Since such children tend to regard others as a different nature, they start bullying and eventually drive them non-attendance at school. What is worse, the lack of communication ability may lead to other serious problems in the future. According to the research done by Japan Economic Federation, companies attach great importance to the communication ability when they decide to hire new graduates. For 10 years, it means that communication ability has a big influence on job hunting. For example, Toyota Motor Corporation is preparing workshops to improve new graduates' communication ability. Communication is necessary for workers to maintain good relationships with customers, colleagues, and bosses. It seems to me that this situation indicates children have to develop adequate communication ability for their future. Then, why is it that children's communication ability has been decreasing? The main cause is decreasing time to communicate with other people. Eric Sigman, a child child psychologists say that children learn how to communicate and come to use expressive power like eye contact through the communication with their family or the people around them. But now, the great development of smartphone or SNS steal the chance to have a face-to-face communication with others. According to the research done by the Cabinet Office, the average amount of time that children use internet services is 107 minutes in a day. As the time they spend with their family or the neighbors decreases, children lose the opportunity to learn how to communicate, and it leads to poor communication ability. In order to solve this problem, I want to suggest two things. Firstly, parents should try to make time to communicate with their children. When parents find that children are using smartphones too much or wrapped up in a game, they should stop them and talk to them. Probably most of you are not a parent now, but in a few years, you may become one. Then, why don't make time to communicate with your own children? This simple action can change your children's future. Secondly, more schools should introduce a class to learn communication so that children can learn communication. Let me explain this project more deeply. Schools invite adults with rich communication skills like actors, and the inviters talk to students how to communicate with others fluently. After that, schools create opportunity for children to talk or ask. Children can learn how to communicate from this activity. Actually, in 2010, the Ministry of Education, Culture, Sports, Science and Technology supported 292 schools to conduct classes to improve children's communication ability. After this activity, many students had more incentive to communicate with others. However, considering there are more than 40,000 schools in Japan now, 292 schools are not a large number. So, let's popularize the notion of this activity by raising your own voice. In our convenient society, the more dependent people become on virtual communication, it will be natural, and the less likely children are to be good at real one. However, now is the time to think deeply and carefully about this problem. If you, as a future parent, change it with your simple action, there will be no children like my friend. And I hope my speech will be a key to realize that only communication can change your future children's communication. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, Ms. Ogata. Then, we'd like to move on to the question and answer session. Mr. Kusama, please.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Ogata. You talked about a friend of yours at the beginning. She had some communication problem.
Yes.
What did you do for her?
I tried to talk with her, and I tried to speak with her a lot, but she don't tell her honest feeling to me, and when she can't communicate with others fluently, then she often run into the game or SNS or smartphone, and so I tried to stop her, but fortunately she had a chance to go to abroad, and so she can change her attitude toward others, and now she is getting better and better at communication.
So your efforts didn't work?
Yeah, at that time, I give up easily.
You give
about
up?
her, yes.
Okay.
So I'm regret about it now.
Okay,
so,
you're ready.
yeah.
Okay. You touched on Toyota's workshop.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit more about
okay.
it. How is it like?
It is like they correct some of their new graduates,
Mm-hmm.
and they have time to communicate with each other and exchange their opinion each other. And
Nothing special, isn't it? Because they do that in day-to-day work.
yes.
Is there something? What's special about it?
They also invite some seniors at their work, and they try to share their own opinion with others, and that is difficult these days for young people. So they create that opportunity for new graduates.
Okay, so they have a kind of a role play, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, role play. Last question here. Okay, you suggested that we future parents need. I'm not worried about that.
Yes.
You suggested that you try to find the time to talk with
Yes.
kids. But what if kids say, "Oh, I don't want to talk with you because I've already learned a lot of techniques like think before talking, or just to listen to others at school." Just suggested. I don't want to talk to you. It's really boring. It's more interesting to work on
TV or a game. Yeah.
SNS. So what do you do? How do you encourage them?
I think parents should try to continuously, so they should make time, like try to eat dinner or breakfast together, and then they should have a conversation on even if it is a little, okay? So I think that even they don't want to, they should make time, like their breakfast is a place that family goes together. So I think that is the...
Okay, you're saying that you prepare a big dinner for your kids. Is
yeah.
that right?
Yeah, or...
Okay. Entice them with a lot of delicious dinner.
yeah.
Is that right?
You say I have to prepare the big dinner for
Yeah,
them.
like, is that what you're saying? Yeah.
Yeah. So and
Big dinner. Okay.
big dinner and have a conversation. Even I don't think even if it's big or not, but take up conversation even if it's little, it's okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Kusama and Ms. Ogata. I have a friend that he himself says he has communication disorder. If he isn't taking any action to overcome it, I'd like to become his superhero for him, to support him, so that his future children won't suffer from it. Actually, I am not a baby. I'm a superhero. Eh? This is my show.